Part 5 Wallace Stevens and Dr. Jekyll. The literature of the American earth is many thousands of years old, and its rhythms are still rising from the serpents buried in Ohio, from the shells of the Yakuts ate of and threw to the side. The literature of the American nation is only 200 years old. How much of the darkness from under the earth has risen into poems and stories in that time? All literature, both of the primitive and the modern peoples, can be thought of as creations by the dark side to enable it to rise up from earth and join the sunlit consciousness again. Many ancient religions, especially those of the matriarchies, evidently moved so as to bring the dark side up into the personality slowly and steadily. The movement started early in the person's life and, in the mysteries at least, lasted for 20 to 30 years. Christianity, as many observers have noticed, has acted historically to polarize the dark personality and the light personality. Christian ethics usually involves the suppression of the dark one. As the consequences of this suppression become more severe, century after century, we reach at last the state in which the psyche is split, and the two sides cannot find each other. We have the strange story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The dominant personality in the West tends to be idealistic, compassionate, civilized, orderly, as Dr. Jekyll's, who is so caring with his patients. The shadow side is deformed, moves fast, like a monkey, is younger than the major personality, has vast sources of energy near it, and no morality at all. It feels rage from centuries of suppression. How did the two persons get separated? Evidently, we spend the first 20 or 25 years of life deciding what should be pushed down into the shadow self, and the next 40 years trying to get in touch with that material again. Cultures vary a lot in what they urge their members to exile. In general, we can say that the shadow represents all that is instinctive in us. Whatever has a tail and lots of hair is in the shadow. People in secular and puritanical cultures tend to push sexual desire into the shape under our feet, and also fear of death. Usually, much ecstasy goes with them. Old cave impulses go there, longings to eat the whole world. If we put enough down there, the part left on top of the earth looks quite respectable. Conrad is a great master of shadow literature. The Secret Sharer describes the healing of the same split that Stevenson could not heal. Conrad suspects that at times the shadow will not rejoin the consciousness unless the person has a serious task, which he accepts, such as captaining a ship. Heart of Darkness describes a failure in the same effort. Conrad noticed that the European solved his shadow problem less often after the invasion of Africa. The European now has a financial interest in the suppression of the shadow. Kurtz's history suggests that for a white man to recover his shadow at the same time he is exploiting blacks is a task beyond the power of the human being. This speculation sends reverberations through American fiction also, both North and South. Mark Twain makes a similar point in Huckleberry Finn, brilliantly, joyously. Sometimes in the United States, the quote, decent man is hidden in the shadow, along with a lot of other stuff. And, as Huckleberry Finn finds out, the decent man will rejoin you only if you refuse to sell Jim. Most of our literature